Alright. I'm gonna try some Trackmania Track of the Day. I've been really enjoying the tracks of the day, and I thought that for the month of August I would go for reasonable times in the Trackmania Track of the Day. I want to get better at this game, so I've decided that I'm gonna just go for the best time I can during the track of the day. So I guess we'll go straight into it here. See what my blind impression of this track is. Liking the smoothness of it. Okay, probably gonna need to drift there a little bit harder. Got a bad gear there. Ooh, magnets. It's a new block. Okay. Oh, wow. Cut that close. Touch the wall. Okay. Very interesting finish. Really nice track. Got a silver medal off the start. We'll see how I do in the runs to come. Now, I am kind of the person who likes to reset a lot. But for the first few runs, I generally don't reset, as I'd like to just get a base, good run going. And then once I get a good run, I then kind of refine. Ooh, okay. Or if I do something like that, then I'll actually reset. Or just that. Ooh, that's a weird one to not get air on. I gotta remember to take that one a little bit more on the inside. Or the outside, or at least come into it from the outside, because keep running into the wall there. I feel like I could do better if I just kind of came a little bit more wide. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, now I touched the wall. Good to know now that shiny blocks are magnets. Took a while for them to get added, or at least added by someone, maybe not necessarily Medeo. It's a very short track once you get like a reasonable time going. Alright. Now we get into the refinement stage, where I figure out where I can optimize my time the best. If I just don't touch there, hug the magnets here, cut this tree, dive in deep. I don't want to lose too much speed on the grass. Nice little air brake there. Trying to go for the Nadeo medal. See if I can get something like that. Really, these videos are of variable length. They're going to go on until I decide that the run is good. And then I'll edit it down to a reasonable length if I spend forever on these things. But I won't. I'm going to try not to spend too much time on them because I enjoy doing other things in the land of video gaming. So, how much speed I can maintain, because I think this is really where I'm. Yeah. Gotta cut more inside on that one, otherwise I'm gonna do what I did there, which is have too much momentum and not enough grip on the grass. So, we'll see how this goes. Very intuitive track, nice arrows on everything. Lots of advertising, advertising for Trackmania Exchange. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Maybe I don't want to cut that tree. It cuts a lot. It costs a lot of time to do. Don't get air. Stay on the ground. Oh god. But also I don't want to risk everything by just... I don't want to risk everything by going out that wide. Ooh, bad gear. Bad gear, and then I slammed into the checkpoint. That was a bad start. Gotta at least get the Nadeo medal. Oh, wow, that was close. No bad gear. Heavy grip. Too wide, couldn't turn back. Okay. There we go, that's a good entry. Probably don't have to turn as hard into that. Don't lose any speed here, so I can exit faster. My exit speed's horrible, so I'm gonna lose to myself in the speed run. Yeah. Interesting, okay. Can't have too much speed, otherwise I'll have to slow down too much in that final turn. So... ideally I'd get that really tight and I don't have to turn as much so I don't lose enough speed. Track seems to be all about this track seems to all be about managing how much you lose your speed. The less speed you lose, the better you'll do. I feel like that's the case with all racing and all of this and all of Trackmania in general, but this sort of hones in on that. The less speed I lose, the better I'll do. Sorry if you hear my manic keyboard destroying, because I play this game on a keyboard. I've always played this game on a keyboard. I've played all the Trackmanias. I got introduced to United forever, and then I kind of fell in love with this game. And so, ever since then, I've been enjoying all the Trackmanias, but this being a new one and looking very nice, I thought I'd actually consider it to be a little bit, at least to get a little bit more serious about it, and then, you know, I'm going for a good time on all the track of the days, and I was like, you know what, I'll start recording it and see how that does. Because I've always wanted to have something to record, but I've never had anything I was doing consistently that I could maybe make into a series, but something like this is definitely something I could more easily do because I'm doing it already, and might as well record it while I'm in it, because who knows what might happen, and I might look back on these one day, or who knows what, I might look back on these one day and find that I really enjoyed what I was doing here. But we're getting into the real thick of this track. Part of the track where I start going for really good times. Where I start resetting more. In an attempt to get a better time. That's good. This is definitely an improving run. Damn. That's the Nadeo medal. Alright, so now I can go off of replays. It's like okay. Let's go off the top one right now. Oops. Generally when I be playing this, it's not when... At least I've found through the previous tracks of the day that the people who are best in my region right now seem to only play right before the track of the day resets. So I kind of have to go off of the best here. What the heck is he doing? How's he getting so much speed? All I know is that his initial to this, he just kind of goes for it. And I'm gonna kind of sit back and watch. Okay. Can't stick back and watch if I'm too far behind, though. Oh god. Doing backflips. Also just touching walls when I don't want to. Okay. Okay, he cuts in like super tight. Okay. Oh god. Okay. So he kind of just has a good... Kind of just has that good third checkpoint. And then that's where he gets all of his time on me. Oh god. Oh, let's maybe go for... Oh, you know what? He might be doing that. He cuts a little bit to the left before he goes right on that first grass part. I am just horrible at not cutting these corners. Maybe he goes like... Well, maybe not that. Maybe not to that degree. Oh gosh. I have one where I just don't get like a ton of air. There we go. There we go. I don't know how he gets so much speed out of it. There we go. Okay. Okay. Aha! I see now how he did it. Seen what needs to be done to get a good time. Now can I execute on it? We'll see. I need to be way more on the inside on that one. Because... something like that, only where I don't clip on the freaking wall. Go. Okay. Oops. Put my hand down on the brake. Wow. That was even worse. I need to remember the fact that I need to cut that closer. Why am I keep touching the wall? There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. It's really a situation where I have to find the... I have to basically feel out where I need to just start holding right there. And I have not yet learned where I need to start holding right. It's almost there. It's a little earlier than that. We'll see how well things get done once I figure that out. Well, okay. Kind of just got to commit to the straight line there. Got a little air, so it already isn't the greatest. Got a little rotation, so I'm already behind. That's where I want to be. And then I kind of need to just, like, accept the drift. Why do I keep touching there? That's, like, touched so many times in that tiny little corner there. Okay, kind of wide. That's better. I lose so much speed on that magnetic part. I think it's because when I catch the tarmac, I'm drifting, and I don't want to be. There we go, something like that. Where I don't lose that much speed. Though I had it. Maybe because I kind of let off there. The steering so that I wouldn't skid as much whenever I entered the tarmac. But I think that might have been what caused me to lose, or come in so wide. But now I'm seeing and feeling where I need to be in terms of turning in on that second checkpoint, so we'll see how much. This is generally how I go with Trackmania courses, is I slowly just gain the ability to do them over time. Yeah, I mean, whenever I do constant resets like this, yeah, I'm not learning the back half of the course until I've learned and mastered the front half, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with learning part of the track. Okay. This is gonna be a close one. Oh, he has more speed than I do. Wow, dude. So close. Alright, well, there was a good time. But I gotta be at least first on the leaderboard, on the early leaderboards, for me to be considered to be in the top 5 of the later leaderboards, because people who actually play later are quite a bit better, I'd say. Usually I have to anticipate around top 20. I have to anticipate, depending on the track, usually around top 30 in the world. Otherwise, or top 30 in like maybe the US, to be even close to the top few people in my region, because one of them actually is reasonably good at this game, and I'd like to maybe get up to a level where I can compete with him, you know? Make the challenge for first actually difficult for him. That's what this game's all about. Competition. Competitive racing game. Competitive arcade racer with just insanely high or at least what it feels like to me, insanely high skill ceiling. There's all these niche little tricks that you can do, like the little wiggle I do at the start ramp here, just to freaking not leave the ground so I can gain traction for a longer amount of time. Like stuff, very small stuff like that. It's stuff you always have to be paying attention to. And then also, like, the thing that I seem to have yet to learn, or at least master, is like learning when you want to drift a corner versus necessarily versus like if you could just take it full speed, because at least in this course there's no corner that, because of the way the grass is set up, there's no corner that I want to take. There's no corner that I take where I feel like I should either let up or press the brake. But on the previous course, the previous few courses this month, I had to make that decision, and in a lot of scenarios, that's, you just gotta anticipate that maybe you gotta exhaust all your options. Is braking here the optimal play, or is braking here not the optimal play? I'm coming out of this with a lot of speed. He has more speed than I do. It's a better run than my previous one, but I am 0 point something or other. What is that? I can't do math while I'm concentrating on this game. That's 0.05 seconds of difference. I believe that's the math. There'll be an editor's note on the actual math if I'm wrong. Oh gosh, too much steer. Which almost worked out fine. If I don't flip, I have the potential for a good time. Okay, took that too shallow. Kind of started, oh god, took that too wide. Oh my gosh, surprised I didn't cut that. We'll see now. Too wide on that one. So yeah, the ideal thing is for me to land there and then cut that like as close to the wall as possible. That's kind of what I was aiming for there, but I keep scratching and I ain't gonna go nowhere with no speed. I wonder at the regional level like this how many people are controller and how many people use keyboard, because I know at the higher level it seems like at least all the people I watch seem to use controller, but I know of also there's some good keyboard players out there. That's kind of what I want to be. I want to go for being a good keyboard player, because I don't know, I've never liked driving with a controller. I'm just not a fan of the feel of the way controllers control, I guess, in this racing game. I've always done it with my ever since I played Trackmania Nations forever, and then Trackmania United forever once I was able to get that. Always did keyboard because I didn't have a controller at the time, and then I got reasonable with the keyboard, and then I got a kind of just never wanted a controller, I guess. Now here we are, the 4th Trackmania game in the series, and I'm still keyboarding it up, trying to go for a good time on this track that I keep resetting on because I can't get a good intro, which is fine. This is normally just how I play and how I expect all these sort of videos to go, where I just kind of get a reasonable time pretty quickly, and then once I go into the refinement stage, it'll be a lot of resetting early, or resetting whenever I do any small mistake, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm the kind of person who will just hope that he just goes into God mode eventually. And I do. There eventually will be a time where I'll hit God mode and I'll absolutely crush this guy or whatever. So I feel like I'm at the level where these early leaderboards I can kind of dominate. But I don't know. I haven't experienced the whole range of my region here. So I don't know people who are generally at the top all the time, but who knows, maybe this Danky Supreme guy is pretty good. And you know, he's at least been able to get first with a time that I feel is pretty good, so a time that I was almost able to match. Too much speed there. To the tarmac going too much angle. Too much speed again. Ooh, I kept a lot of speed there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to overtake, because he still has more speed than I do. Oh. I get a little anxious and I start turning in early, or at least getting ready to turn in early. And I fail because of it. Just need to not turn in so early. It's a game of sort of patience in my part there, because I like to slowly approach on the angle until I can hold the button down, and then, you know, hold the button down and continue the turn, but obviously that's my hubris gets the best of me sometimes, and I just like I push the button, I make me turn sort of thing. Because of that, I crash and I go sailing into the wall at high speeds, doing backflips. Or, you know, not paying attention and scraping my sides, as you do. Twice in a row. It's a good angle, but I don't keep much speed. If I come in sort of sideways, I gotta make sure I land that basically going straight. Otherwise, any skids I'm doing there is losing me a lot of speed. Basically need to hit that jump as straight as possible. So I cut it in tight, but also so I don't skid, something like that. Ooh, I hit the sign. That's all I wanted. I'm gonna make a track where you hit one of these stupid upper arrows there. Looks like it seems like their hitbox is bigger than like the walls around them, because I'm hitting them a lot. Like I hit it 3 times in a row just then. I'm gonna hit the terrain. I wonder if possible that maybe like landing sooner is the strat here. I haven't considered it. If you land sooner, you get traction for longer, but you also lose speed on the jump, so you got to consider whether or not actually landing sooner is worth it. There was I think it was Route 66 in June. I don't know which day it was, or in July. I don't know which day it was, but in that course, there's a jump there that you basically had to slow down and take the ramp very carefully. Because when you did it, you'd gain more speed for the entry corner to the right that came afterwards. I'm wondering, because I think because this guy doesn't do the stay on the ground trick. Yeah. No. I had more speed while I was going around the corner, but my exit to the corner was not enough, and I also didn't have enough speed generally to catch up. It'd be a lot of time trying to catch up to a time where in reality I can just start ahead and be ahead the whole time, like my Ghost does. That's another thing at the end of these videos. I'm probably gonna have just like my actual, the best time I got as a Ghost, just with none of my dumb commentary on top of it, so that you can kind of see how the run played out. And maybe in a little bit higher quality without all these ghosts zooming around. And probably from camera 1. Or yeah, it's camera 1. I use cam 2 all the time. Okay. Really, all these first 2 corners where all the time comes. So that last boosted corner is like just carry all the speed that you have. If you can carry all that speed, then you're just gonna win. Okay, I'm within my own pack. Okay. That was ideal, but I came in too wide. I was being careful not to over slide and lose all my speed. The problem is because of that I came in too wide on the corner there, and then basically ate all of my speed into a wall, which is not what I wanted. I can kind of come a little bit more wide than he does for safety on that 3rd checkpoint there. And then I just kind of have a more wide angle. I can start the turn easier. This is doable if I maintain enough speed. Well, I gotta turn. I gotta actually turn, because if I don't actually turn, I'm just gonna slam into the wall like I did. Maybe it's ideal to take that in such a way that you come out, you optimize the amount of you go for more tarmac time, essentially. And then using that, you this is a good run. Am I going to lose it in the straightaways? I am not. So there you have it. I hit God mode like I said I was thinking about. Got a reasonable time, top 12 in the US. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a time better without like an hour more of trying. And I don't want to do that because I have other things that I want to do. And also, I don't want to bore you guys with my constant resets and random ramblings. But I will let this play out, and then I will do the full real replay after this. So I guess I thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow when I do the next track.